Hey guys, so I'm just going to make a quick update video here for the channel in general. It's going to cover the recent drama that's unpredictably almost none of you were aware about because it never really reached a mass enough to be some big massive thing. I'm going to be talking about some of the videos that I'm going to be working on next. I'm going to be talking about my decisions with Patreon in regards to whether or not I'll be continuing using the platform. Spoiler, I will not be. Mostly because of some of the decisions they've made recently. And then a bit of a talk about where I've been and what I've been doing. So first of all, the drama and controversy. I was accused of plagiarizing from another content creator. About somewhere between 8 to 11 minutes, I can't recall exactly, of their video in regards to the pacing I used, the way I presented my theories, the text or script / voice, I suppose, and the video. Now, I know you're probably already rolling your eyes. If you're anybody like me and you've actually watched YouTube for any amount of time and you follow any lore creators, these pop up fairly consistently and fairly frequently because a lot of people can't conceive the idea that two individuals will meet and talk about the exact same thing. And that seems to be what's happened here, which I'm going to show. I thought what I posted already was sufficient, but clearly not, and I posted a comment stating some of my final points or responses to their video that was posted on somebody else's channel because theirs wasn't large enough, they felt, to get their message out. And yeah, they made a comment response that I've read. It's the 24th today? Yeah, so I've read that today. I think that was posted, I posted my comment on Tuesday. So yeah, I'm just going to rattle through that pretty quickly. I don't know how long this video will be, but I'm going to rattle through it. So, in case by context by now, no, I didn't plagiarize from them. I didn't watch their video and then take their script / audio and then take the ideas for their video and use that on my own. That didn't happen, which is what I've been accused of. And I'm going to show that here. So let's get into it. So the first thing, or one of the first things that they talk about is right here. They mention about how long it took me to get back about all this. They mention my delays, my absences, how long it took me to produce evidence, and that any evidence that I produce now is obviously highly suspicious. Now, you can probably clearly see this is just an attempt in order to preempt any other response from me as being false or altered or doctored in some way. Obviously, because if I can actually prove what I'm going to show today, or I can actually show what I'm going to show today, then their entire accusation falls flat in its ass. As any of you know, me going absent for a week, a month, a year, 2 years isn't exactly unheard of. I've done it before, quite frequently over the past half decade. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with not devoting all of my time to responding to allegations or accusations, or getting on with things in the background. Which I'm sure they'll have plenty of things to say that, again, make me sound like a villain, but whatever. So, we should just get into the primary accusations here. So the first one is in regards to the script. I posted a screenshot of this, my file explorer, with the Stormvale Castle Secrets.txt file, my script file with its date modified, date created, and then beside it, the open file with one of the lines that they said that I plagiarized, that seemed to be one of their core things, which we'll get to later. And they said I cherry-picked it. They said they could easily prove that I wasn't using word wrap. They said minimize and exit button displayed above the end of the continued text, which isn't the case, as I'm going to show. And they said the line was typed and pasted. So in my mind then, if I can show this is, false, if I can show my actual script has the information that I say it has in it, this is debunked. Now, if you actually look at it, you can't see the bottom of the file because it's been cut off, and you can't see the far right, it's been cut off. If you actually look, you can see the close tab, the close button, has also been cut off slightly. So the scroll bar and the bottom is cut off. You can't determine any of what they've claimed from what they've said. Not that I don't know, I don't even know why you would double down on that as a point, but no. This is the actual file that I said that I was using, so I'm going to show that. Here's the file, same name, same date modified, same date created. It was last modified before their video came out to remove some reminders of to get footage and tags, etc. And here, I'm going to scroll through it now and I'll show you. So word wrap is in fact on, and as you can see, these are the tabs, they are present. I don't know, again, what they're talking about. And, you know, you can see me talking about the gaping slashes in the walls and they're being too large. You can see me talking about Scar Scourge Rodan, talking about the unlikelihood of it being a naval assault. And if we go further down here, we come to the part that they say is the theory that I took from them that doesn't exist anywhere else. So here we go. Here's me. Here's the text file. Same name. Exact same structure that you can see in the screenshot. It cuts off just before you show the scroll bar, which you cannot see. So again, I don't know what they're saying. And again, if I just, you know, resized this window and then the scroll bar went further out to the right, that still wouldn't mean that text wrap wasn't there or it hadn't been edited. Clearly I should have shown the whole thing. I thought just showing this line would be adequate. It hasn't been. So we'll skip ahead to me actually taking a snip of this, right? Here we go. So yeah, you know, it's not balanced at the exact point. You can kind of see the file below it, but the file name is there, the line is there. I haven't cut off as much of the X tab. You can kind of see the scroll vertical bar, but apart from that, it's, you know, it's the same screenshot. I don't really know what to say. But fine, if that screenshot wasn't adequate, I've just shown that I can reproduce it here, and I've just shown the open script with the information, and it hasn't been edited since August. And that information content, I think, was added sometime around May, based on the video files that I used for it. Memory serves. And they say then, oh, well, dates don't actually matter. They do. Actually, dates matter more than just saying, oh, these look similar, because we're talking about the same thing, and we are discussing a static world, and we're going to use the same footage. This happens. It just does. Sorry. So their next thing is that my audio files are weird. And they actually admit that it would have been a great counter, and it is a great counter. If I edit my audio files, the date modified and date created changes, and I'm going to show this. But then they try and backpedal a bit, and then they go on about, oh, I didn't mention this, but also your Audacity files are altered. Your Audacity files were last edited as well, and they say that's unusual. And they also say that's why did it take so long to upload them? Well, this is the actual file. As you can see, it actually started out as a hidden areas video, and then it changed. It was last modified the day before I uploaded, and the video was exported on the exports finished rendering the 27th, and then whatever final changes and processing were completed on the 31st. It might have been actually I changed the name of the video, I can't recall. But yeah, so this is when it was finally rendered. So I don't know what they're talking about. The 41 days between the last edit, presumed render. Yeah, there was 41 days. I take my time when I'm making these videos, as a quick glance through Twitter or YouTube will show. I sometimes take exceedingly long amounts of time. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, and I don't think that's suspicious. So the next point that I want to bring is about the audio files, the Audacity files. It's 24 days between creation, or maybe it's the WAV files, and the date created or date modified is the same for them. It's 1352, is it? Let me see, 1652. I don't see this as suspicious. You know, I don't save my audio files until I've finished recording them. I do these videos very rarely, so I haven't had the problem of Audacity crashing and me losing an audio file. I don't have an explanation for why these are the same. They just are. You know, the dates are different. I could have, you know, just started editing them on the same date or recording them at the same time. I don't even know what days these were, whatever the 25th of July was, and the for the WAV. Yeah, the 30th of June. So, yeah. Both of these, again, predate the video that I've been accused of copying. You know, I don't know what else to say. So the next thing to address is the fact that I said, if I edit them, that changes the date modified and date created. And this was their smoking gun. Okay, they said, this proves that I modified them. This proves that I changed my files and that I was editing them. So I'm going to debunk that right now. As you can see, I've already tested this with my 5 unmarked locations.wav file. And as you can see, it's been updated right here. And I posted about this on Twitter. But instead, what I'm going to do is actually show you it happening. And we're going to do that by opening up Audacity. So, now I will show you by opening up, and again, you know, same location, same file, same date modified on it. Now, as any of you who've actually watched my content know, the thing that I usually edit out in Audition is all the pops and clicks my voice makes. It's maybe overkill, but it's what I do. So I use the I think the spot healing brush, whatever the one highlighted just above editor 5 unmarked locations is at the top there. The healing brush tool. So this is what I use. So if I'm lying, that means that when I edit this, and then when I save it, the date modified and date created should not update. And I'm going to show you that when I do, and I'm not even going to use Ctrl-S, I'm just going to use File and Save. I'm going to show you that is what it does. So here we go. You can see this is the same file. It's in the correct location, the correct file name. It has been edited by the presence of the asterisks. And here we go right here. Here it is. So keep an eye on that. It's currently 12:46 and 24th. So File, Save. And it's been updated. It has been updated to the current time. So that's it. Date modified and date created are altered because I edit them, which means that's not odd or strange. It's also not odd or strange that it took me 41 days to finish. I have work and I have a life and I have other things going on, and this is a hobby that I do in my spare time. It's not strange that I don't save my file until I'm done recording it, because the audio file is only 30 or 40 or whatever minutes long. All of those are just pointing out inconsistencies or imagined inconsistencies in order to try to say that these are faked or falsified, and they're not. You know, there's no evidence of that. There's no evidence here that I altered my dates. There's no evidence here that I faked the files. That's simply, it just hasn't happened. So I think I've addressed that point pretty clearly. The next point I'm going to address is in regards to Premiere Pro, in regards to the footage I used, because if the script predates it and the audio predates it, I think that's enough. But I'm going to go a few steps further here. What I'm going to do also is show that these are the only 2 audio files present, which was again in my original image that I posted. And you can see it here. This still matches the image that I posted it as on Twitter. And I'm going to show that when you do that, when I look up the actual date created and date modified of the video files, for the sections that they say I changed or copied from them, they also align. And no, I'm not doing this for the whole thing. You're insane if you think I'm doing it for the whole thing. As far as I'm concerned, if I can show it just once with everything else, that disproves it. But I'm going to do it more than once. So, let me just get it here. So here's Banish Night Engval. And I'm going to let you actually hear it. Gaining renown as a hero of the fringes. Now the grace-given lord is surely Godfrey. So, this is definitely that script, this is definitely that audio, this is definitely the video in question. So I don't want to hear some bullshit later about how this is a different file that I've somehow manufactured or created. So, if you look, OBS actually changes and assigns the file name when you record it to the date modified, or sorry, the date created. Maybe it is the date modified. We'll find out in a second. It's one or the other, but either way, it's within a 4 or 5 minutes of the file being created. So, this is the Engvals file, the one that I use to show Engvals Spurdash, and I'm going to show you that, as well as the file name indicating it was from May, the actual date created and the date modified of the file also shows it's all the way from May. So I've just got to add in the date created and date modified columns here at the top. So this is the file in question. It says, so here you go, you can see it. I won't do this for all of them, I'll show this one. And then here's date created and date modified. And there you go. May, 17th of May. Here it is in the properties file. The dates, the time between them matches the length of the file. So, yeah, the video files that I did were also gotten before your video as well. All of them? No. Stuff about Roderica or stuff that I used for Godwin. Pretty sure I recorded some of those in August. Or no. Yeah, in August. Yeah, because this video was updated on the 8th of August, right? Yeah. So then here's the one that's showing the part where I say Godfrey's the grace-given Lord, and it's for the 24th of July. Again, before the video that I've been accused of plagiarizing from. And some of my footage I get after I write the script or record the audio. Some of it informs the script, and then as such the audio. And I'll show you one of these examples, which is when I was showing the claw marks and pock marks in the courtyard/graveyard where we deal with Godric. Right here. So if you look, this footage was obtained on the... Yeah, hold on, I have to fucking squint here. Yeah, this file was from the 1st of May, and then I think the one over at the far right, or that I'll show in a minute, was from the 9th of May or the 8th of May. So if I scroll over here, I can show the file with the correct name. Here we go. And it's from the 1st of May. And this is what I used in order to type my script around saying the claw marks were present in the walls and the pock marks in the walls. And here's the part from A Chapel of Anticipation, and this is from the 8th of May. Again, predating the video that I've been accused of plagiarizing from. So, I don't really know how much clearer this can get. I'm showing the dates of my footage, I show the dates of my audio, I show the dates of my script. I've shown that those aren't the discrepancies they've pointed out to try show that it was falsified or fake are just wrong. I've addressed those points, and I'll actually show here in a second. I'm going to show you that the audio here is in fact the first file. So if I just click into the audio track below here, you can see, so it's below the point that I'm talking about, the Chapel Anticipation right here, and if you keep your eyes on the top left here, Stormveil Castle Secrets 1, and here's the bin. Now, I thought that I could alter the metadata here, displays in the columns in the list view, so it would show the file location. I could have sworn I was able to do this, but I can't. But, you know, regardless, the file names match and the length of them matches as well. And you can literally see it highlighted up in the effect controls section when I actually click on it. So this is the actual file in question that was last edited before the video that I was claimed to plagiarizing from, with audio that was obtained and last modified before that has video before as well. Okay, I feel like I addressed this pretty well. I'm sure they'll have a response. I will gauge whether or not I need to respond again based on how all of you respond to me. but I'm sure it's going to be something along the lines of trying to make me look like an asshole, or saying that I'm too absent, I'm taking too long to produce evidence, so it's automatically suspicious, so they can make some type of hand-wavy explanation and not actually have to give any evidence of their own. I don't know. I'd be surprised if they apologized. I'd be surprised if they made a retraction statement. I'd be surprised if they went quiet. Any one of those would be appreciated. As for everything else, there's a few other things we need to talk about. The first is I do not do Telegram giveaways. I do not have a Telegram YouTube account or the name of my YouTube account followed by the words Telegram. I've blocked this individual. I've muted this individual. Do not click on any links. Do not contact somebody on Telegram. Do not send somebody money. I'm not doing giveaways. Please do not fall for this. If you look it up on Google, it is a very common and seems to be a bit of prolific scam right now. So please, for the love of fucking Christ, do not click on anything. Please. Second, the next videos that I'm going to be doing are going to be 2 Elden Ring ones and a Fallout one. One of the Elden Ring ones is going to cover a certain place in the Altus Plateau that has a structure common in the Netherlands. I'm sure which one I'm talking about is something you can all figure out from that description. The second one is going to cover a very strange enemy that vomits on you that can be found near that same region. For those of you who know what I'm talking about, there's a few videos you can already look at this. So I'm looking forward to getting started on those. I think I might actually be started on the thing associated with the Netherlands one. I don't know if I've started the other one. As for the Fallout one, it's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be 1 or 2 parts, discussing or summarizing what's currently going on or what's currently exists in the form of vaults in Fallout 4. I know I've made individual videos, but those were all made years ago, and it's been a long time. And I think a lot of people would appreciate maybe a summary of what goes on in all of those, instead of it just being some massive long video full of information that's, while maybe relevant to the vaults, may not be something they're interested in. The last thing, just before I talk about where I've been, is I am going to be closing my Patreon. I don't really think it's a good platform anymore. I think it's had a lot of controversies over the years, especially since I've been absent from it. I haven't really been using it the way I'm meant to be using, or interacting with people the way I'm meant to be interacting. So, provided I can get into it, I'm hoping the 2FA I have for it still works. I shall be closing that soon. As for where I've been, my work right now has been taking up a lot of my time, and I've just been kind of chilling out and enjoying my life. So I haven't been too motivated to do this. I'm still having all the cold boot problems with my PC that I've had for its entire existence so far. Never really figured those out. Inexplicably stopped for 4 months when I was playing Elden Ring, then it started again, so I don't know what the correlation there is. But yeah, I feel like I'm ready to come back now, and make videos every few months, maybe more frequently. This one did take a while, and I apologize for that. I've just been busy, but if you look back at the video, you can see my unmarked locations voice was recorded back in July 2021. I didn't upload that video to March. I haven't been great with being consistent, and I apologize for that. I hope this video clears up, oh Jesus, a few things. I'm sure it'll be enough for some people. I'm sure it won't be enough for others. But, yeah, I think that about covers everything. So I will see you guys in the next video, and goodbye.